We've talked a lot on the show about how to protect assets and still pay for long-term care costs using the Medicaid program. But what if all the work to obtain benefits, the caseworker denies the eligibility? Is that the end? Is there anything you can do? Here to give us hope and important information on what to do is my very important law partner, Mike Solomon.
Hello, Lori.
So, you've applied for Medicaid, you've satisfied all the requirements, but you get denied anyway.
Well, don't panic. Just, do the next step. Plan your next step from there.
Okay, so it seems like you should panic, though. I mean, the government just said no to the only way you can really afford the nursing home.
Well, remember, the caseworkers, first of all, they have a large caseload. They're working quickly. Sometimes they just make mistakes. They don't understand the issues, and then they deny you.
So, if you're denied, they can just get away with that?
Well, no. Fortunately, there are a lot of administrative protections. So if they deny you, the first thing you ought to do is contact the caseworker, the applicant or who's ever represented them. Contact them, see if you can work it out. And if you're not happy with that, then ask to speak to the supervisor and see if you can work it out informally.
What if that doesn't work?
Well, then the next step is, if that doesn't work, you can ask for a county hearing. And that's a more formal process with the same people again, the person who denied you and the supervisor, and you try to explain your positions and see what happens.
Try to work it out.
Right. So. Now, normally, in most situations, that may be denied. Then you have to think about the next step.
Oh, and the next step is?
The next step is you then file for a state hearing. And that's it's not as formal as it sounds, but it's a more formal process. You have a state hearing officer, the caseworker's there, you're there, you explain your position, the caseworker explains their position, and a decision is going to be made within 90 days from there.
Okay, so it's not horrible to go through it, but you have to go through
Right.
that. So you've been through talking and county conference and state hearing. What if it still hasn't been approved?
Well, if you haven't won at that point, then you ask for an administrative appeal with the Ohio Job and Family Services, and you go there and you make your case, and they'll hopefully give you an answer within 15 days, one way or the other.
It gets a little bit shorter and shorter time
Yes.
periods, huh? Okay, so you've been through all of these levels of appeal. What if you still aren't happy with the outcome?
Well, then your last resort is to go to court. You can go to state court or federal court.
Okay, so you have to go to court. Now that sounds a lot more complicated than even what we've talked about. You said not to panic. Is this the panic time?
Yeah, this is panic time. Make sure at that point, don't try to do it yourself. At that point, if you're going to go to court, you're going to need an attorney. But more importantly, I suggest way back at the beginning, before you even file the application, sit down with an attorney who knows this area of the law and can design the application, make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed before you apply, and before you start going through all these denials. Then hopefully they can short circuit that, or even if you are denied, hopefully they'll be able to figure out a way around the system.
All right, sounds like good advice. So all is not lost, right?
All is not lost, that's
all
right.
right, so if you tried to apply for Medicaid and were denied, it's not over. You can appeal. But you really should start by working with a certified elder law attorney to try to avoid the denial in the first place. Medicaid is a government welfare program. It really should be easy to apply for, but unfortunately it's not. For more information or help with your Medicaid planning, call Mike. The number is next.
Call Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.ssnplaw.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, it's your health, so have a heart. We'll provide help so your beat goes on. Then you can't take it with you, so why not leave a tax payment behind as well? We'll find out if that pays off. Medicare open enrollment is almost over. We have encouragement and advice to make sure you don't miss the deadline. Plus, seeing gardens through the eyes of artists. We'll peek at paintings from an exquisite exhibit. And you're a giver, and that's good, as long as the charity isn't cheating you. We'll share warning signs that you should make you wary. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
If you'd like to join our kitchen conversation, visit our website, www.goldenopportunities.tv. Like us on Facebook. Call us at 440-742-GO-TV or email us at kitchen@goldenopportunities.tv. We'd love to hear from you.
Golden Opportunities is paid for by Elder Productions.